So, hi everybody, welcome back. This is Unreal Engine 5 tutorial series for beginners. We are still on our overview. This is which video is that? 9, 10, 11, 12. This is video 12 and we are watching our character here. Yes. So how we can go there? So our trick, if you don't know how to go to your character, if you use that what I have, you just go here and click here on the default pawn class, which is set, and it jumps to the character which we want watch. We double click on it, and then if it's not docked on the top, you can just grab it, dock it, and then we can switch here very smoothly. So in the last video, we talked already about a blueprint editor. You can see it has here a parent class. It is character. So this one is also so-called inherited. Doesn't matter if you don't know what this means. It is just a programming thing, and it means just there was one class made before, and this class which you see here takes all information from this class and adds or change a little bit and uses that one, but it needs a reference to this class. So, and you can see here we talked all about this task class. We talked details make sense. It's all time just when you click on anything, all the details for this component are popping up. We talked about the components here. It's connected to the viewport. Here we can talk here a little bit again, because now we have a visual representation instead. In the last video we had this game mode, there was nothing. And we talked also about the construction script. I said this is not very important. It is important normally, but you see even they use not in Epic this construction script. And then we talk about the event graph, and here we can see the first time code, and it is not programming code. That's very important. We can see here this is the cold node system coding, and this is very convenient, very easy, and I have compared to C++, it's more easy, but under the hood it is still the same. It is programming, but it is just easy. Let me explain you that what I mean with that for a short. Why is that so easy? Because here you find this so-called nodes only. You just find it. Let's say I want to find the key. Also I want to find on my keyboard the keyboard. I go to my keyboard, then I search the key. Where is this? Where is key? Okay, perhaps I should write key there. Okay, and now I have a node for the key, which means when I press on key, I can use the press and release. And now why it's compared easier, and why is that one, for example, easier than in C++? If you want to do the same thing here in C++, you have to type in the correct text, and that's why blueprints are much easier, because here, yeah, you saw it. I even don't type the text correct. I just write keyboard and then I just search what I need. The same goes here. Let's say I want do something, for example print a string on the screen, and then what was the node? Even I don't know the node name exactly. Print, then there are popping up options, and oh, this one, print string. Yes, nice. And then I see we will talk about this later. We can talk it about here. This is the default setting, hello. Instead of hello, I write, for example, yo 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 yo, and now I have it. And when I demonstrate this, we talked this also in the last video. Let's go here on top, press play. This is a quick test, and then I press now the keyboard key, And here on the left side, you can see yo yo, right? There on the left side, I press it sometimes. Yo 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 yo, right? Escape. And I was talking about this programming compared to C++. To make the same thing here in C++, for a very good programmer, this one is also very easy in C++, of course, but you have to know exactly the comments. What I mean with comments, the text in C++, you have to know how to write it correctly. Here in the node system, and as a starter, that's a very big advantage. You don't know exactly how to write it, you just can find it. You just click on it, and for example, if you follow this tutorial and follow this one, you don't have to write it exactly. So that's it. That's enough for a little bit check what I mean with it is much easier, but careful, under the hood, I said it, this is still programming, which means all the rules for programming counts here too. Okay, let's go. Talking about our character class. So the viewport here, I want to just just repeat that what we have here on the side. So let's click here on BP third person character. You can see self. This means this blueprint self. You will see the self self references is called. It says, it goes all back to me when I'm talking about me, right? And then there is nothing. It pops up nothing, right? When I click on self. But then when I go down here, this is the first thing what pops up. It is the capsule component. And this was added. This was added, the capsule component. And in this case, it is the root component, I think. And they added to this root component the arrow component. This one, what you see here, is just an indicator in which direction which direction is forward. In Unreal Engine, forward is X, right? So X direction is forward. And then mesh. Here is our mesh, and important here, what you can see here is also on mesh we have here many options. For example, the character mesh is a skeletal mesh, not a static mesh. That's also very important. And then we have here the materials to set and so on. Then we have the camera boom code. This is just this red line is a distance line. And this camera, what you can see here, is the point where we watch to this character in a first person. When I click here start again, you see now this character exactly from the point where this camera is. So let me go to this camera position here. You can see this position is the same like so without the camera. This one is the camera itself, and it watches from here. And when I change the position here a little bit, for example, I go a little bit high, yeah, then I have another position here. So, and let's go back to this one. And what we have here, character movement component. This is just a special movement component, not very important. So the only very important thing is to know compared to before, in game mode we had nothing, and now we have all these things added here and used. Don't worry if you understand not how to use that right now, because you need then a special blueprint tutorial, because you just watch this and learn this. But the most thing what they do is just adding and using. And the important thing is, of course, how to add this and how to use that later. Okay, and let's jump to the event graph here, and here we start talking about node programming. This is node programming, and what you see here is already a programming example for this character, right? They have programmed this one. So they have, when you see here, it says input axis turn right and turn left, for example. if you disconnect this white line, very important, this is the main line, the call line. If you disconnect this one, you can't turn left and right. For example, I go here on top. All time when you make any changes, go first on top compile, which means if you change here anything, press on compile, and behind the scene all the changes will be accepted, something like that. It will be translated, but let's call it accepted. And then I press on it, and then there is a green OK sign. And then I click on play, and now I can't turn right left, but I can. Why can't? Put axis turn right. I don't know. Join put. Look up. Why I can't? Why I can? Turn right. What is that? Ah, this is turn right. Not okay. It was wrong. This is turn right. Add controller join put. Strange. Why they have it doubled here? Ah, this is gamepad. Oops. This one is the mouse. All right. Okay. Okay, I was wrong. This one was mouse. It's very strange. Move forward. Ah, I was wrong because the move keyboard. Anyway, you can test it. Just disable this one and you will see what these things are. For example, if I disable this one, compile, and go here. Now still, okay, now I can't, for example, go in front anymore. Right, left works, but I can't go in front. Like it says, input axis move forward. Yes, makes sense, right? And so on. But important thing here is just this one. All what you see here is pre-made. In general, you are going to do this yourself, and there are many other tutorials how to make, for example, a character and set up the movement. It's not difficult because in the end, really, you are going to do the same thing what you see here if you make your own character. Perhaps a little bit less or more, depends on your needs, but in the end, it's the same. Okay, I think that's enough. Oops. Or let's see here some more things. On the left side, I said this one is most time connected here down to the functions. For example, what we see here, we have here our graph, but we have now very different kind of things. For example, this input, turn right, and input, whatever. All this red things goes here to the graph section, which can be called. All the blue things here, oops, this one not, this is C++. All this blue, you see there was a C++ pop-up, but the C++ was not coming, showing here, because I have no engine version where I have access to it. If you have, for example, the other engine version from GitHub and connected to Epic, I think this would even pop up too. If you have connected to C++, of course. But I don't have this right now. I have just the standard launcher, the standard download from the launcher. And we continue a little bit, and then here was our constructions, here the inputs, and here are some variables. And that was just, again, a showcase, but to understand this really, we have to create something. And for example, you have to watch now a blueprint tutorial or anything like this. For blueprints, a blueprint tutorial makes sense, but of course you can watch also if you are not interested in programming. Something like design, there are many design things to do, and so, but I think we stop here with that one. We go back to our content folder. and see what we are going to do next. The next thing is, I think that's clear, right? We know these two are very important when we start here our game, and now we want to do something with our created level. We want to add something, and I think the best thing what we can do now is go to the starter content and start to use these props and so on. Okay, in the next video we are going to use them and see what we can do. See you there. Bye.